still.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Grab with a power attack max.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Godiva died.
All right.
Damn it. Shit.
Yep.
I told her. She didn't come in. To be really honest, I was kind of worried about them just stealing our magic stuff, so I'm okay with that. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back.
Okay.
They're like, well...
We've got chat working again, and Ahmed's back on the stream, and everything is going. Okay, so we had a bit of a prolonged intermission. Okay, so Arlen, you have a few rounds of this acid spell left, so it is going to do.
Marty.
Yep.
I do have an eternal flame. In a lantern.
Hey, Fox.
So I'm just holding on to that.
Okay.
Because it does more healing for me.
This is math hard. 28 more damage from the acid spell before it runs out.
Okay, that's fine. I can heal that.
And I think
28.
I think that's kind of the end of combat as you guys are.
49.
Ugg eventually sheepishly comes back and is sort of. He goes over, gets Arlen's chair, and puts him in it. Sorry,
yeah.
I don't know what came over me. He says.
It's that darkness. See what happens in the darkness? You lose your mind.
Yeah.
It's all right, Ugg. Godiva didn't make it, but I can bring her back tomorrow.
What?
There was something on her, and my magic wouldn't burst through, but I can raise her tomorrow.
Ugg goes over, and you notice that he stands above Godiva, and his little hand wipes a tear from his eye.
She'll be back tomorrow. This isn't the arena. Surprisingly, a 3,000-year-old tomb is more forgiving than the Colosseum.
He nods. He gets it. Sam's like, we'll just drag these guys together. Oh, their bones sound pretty damn brittle.
Remove their armor, remove all their items, bind them, gag them.
I am not that forgiving, says Radimer as he floats over towards them.
Oh, no, wait. Radimer, we need to find out what they know, and then they're all yours. Have undead as you will.
We should wipe this stain from the world.
Says
they will be dead. I just want to know what they know before we start. Where did they come from? How many are there? What else do they have in plan for us? How do they know about me? And you? They called you by name. They knew where we were.
Yes.
Many unanswered questions. Do you wish to ask them from the living or from the dead?
I can interrogate the dead.
You will get better answers then. Sorry, Fox. Nemi was thinking it would be a great idea to have them as like evil followers of a cult. with that. That'd be great.
All right, let me show you some of the treasure that you've got.
The gear.
So you picked up the gems from the gem. These were from the. elder elementals that you fought last game.
Yep.
Each of the mummies had an amulet of Mighty Fist +1 with a corresponding element. Of course, the one with the acid got stuck in the ground. Tular Seft was carrying a tablet with the scroll iron body on it. His headdress grants a +6 enhancement bonus to int with skills of acrobatics, fly, and swim, and also acts as a necklace of adaptation.
Very useful.
His golem skin armbands are braziers of armor +4 with light fortification in them.
Wow.
The Blade of Elemental Torment, or just in short form Torment, is a +3 fiery frost shock acidic scimitar.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive piece.
The Regalia of the Elemental Primarch is the Terran Robe grants a +1 caster level on Earth spells, resist 5 acid. The Palm of Infernos, similar to fire. The Palm of Still Water, similar to cold spells, and the Sandals of Insulation, similar to electricity. If 2 regalia are worn, the energy resistance is increased to 10, and it acts as a lesser Rod of Elemental spell 3 times per day. If 3 regalia are worn, the resistances of each item are increased to 15, and it acts as a Rod of Elemental spell. If all 4 regalia are worn, the energy resistance increases to 20, and it acts as a greater Rod of Elemental spell. Elemental spell allows you to
change the energy type.
Energy type of the spell. So that's
it's usually a level higher, but this will be free.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. So, you don't use that as a greaser.
Well, yeah, you guys are cooperating, so you could save some of this stuff and share it all around.
Here's a question: does this stack with other items that give you a bonus to caster level or abilities? It does. Boy.
The Staff of the Arch Elementalist. This staff is made from a twisted piece of adamantine. Atop the staff there's a slot in which fits one of the Gem of Mighty Summons. It is constantly a +2/+2 adamantine quarterstaff. It's got 3 out of 10 charges left in it. You need to place one of the gems above into the top of the staff, and it becomes a corresponding staff of that element. A staff of acid, fire, electricity, or frost, and those are the spells that it can cast. It's the same pool of
pretty damn impressive.
It's the same pool of charges. Changing a gem is a full round action that provokes an AOO.
Oh man.
The rest of the stuff you haven't found yet. But I can start marking down the junk that was on these guys, because I imagine you're not giving it back.
Oh, the stuff on these guys? Yeah. They're going naked without it. They're going to be undead naked.
Okay, so the rival adventuring party. Let me figure that out while we're waiting for Adam to return. So the crafty assassin has a +2 dagger of poison.
Nice.
+1 mithril chain shirt. 2 masterwork daggers. And
this is going at the bottom?
I'm just sticking it at the top.
Yeah, okay.
4 vials of scorpion venom.
Oh, those bastards. What level were those guys? Like 9th?
They range between 8th and 10th.
Okay.
So the rogue was a 10th level rogue. No, he had some levels assassin, but he was a 10th level character.
That wizard was taken out pretty quick. The barbarian was 9th?
The barbarian was an 11th level barbarian.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Radimer. Splat is how the Arlen goes.
Yep.
I was just inching away from him, just out of his reach. Okay, so I've got 49 hit points. So there's a cool ability that I have whenever I'm touching anything with a flame, I get the bonus number of dice as healing. So
That's cool.
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna spend the appropriate spells to heal. Is it safe to reorganize our spells for tomorrow, or not yet?
Not yet. You guys have some decisions to make.
Yeah.
Namely, are you going to touch the? Are you going to touch and move the?
The clock, which would become useless. Would become, well, not useless, but it still has use, but its predictability and accuracy becomes extremely diminished. It's 3,000 years. It's a lot of research. So Fox and everybody else on the stream, the longer the clock stays unmoving in an area, the longer, the better and more more consequential its prediction. Oh, more consequential. The more effective. How the fuck, Marty? It's 4 a.m. here, kind of. So I'm still good.
The longer the thing stays
in one spot,
moving, the greater the area that it predicts the end of. So I don't know if it stayed stationary in one spot for a day, maybe it only understands when the building or the room that you're in will be destroyed. If it stays for X amount of time longer, maybe it understands the world. It's been sitting in this chamber for approximately 3,000 years.
So, are we gonna bring it back? Should we just leave it here for accuracy? I don't know. But leaving it here exposes it to other people. There's a mage's private sanctum that's permanent, but it's failing. So we don't really want to leave it here. And how did those guys know where we were? What the F?
Yeah, I think Phineas, that's a good idea for Phineas to legend lore it before you do decide to move it. If you do decide to move it. I'm just fleshing out this spellbook a little bit. Earthglide was in there.
Let's take a look at these party pages. What you got?
Okay, he also had that spell.
+8 end item.
No.
Maybe.
+6. Oh, the wizard? No. The 10th level wizard or whatever. No.
Ooh. We got some more treasure, Adam. We got some more treasure.
How did Godiva die?
Godiva died through shenaniganry.
She was already sitting at -1 strength drain, -3 con drain while they were inside of the tomb of Tular Seft. She was just waiting out by where the gems were, and this adventuring party came earth gliding in through the rubble and basically curb stomped her. She didn't get much of a chance. There was a valiant attempt at bringing her back, but the tomb rot given to her by the scarab swarm kept a vital breath of life from working on Godiva. So remember the scarab swarm that you said I should include inside of the golem foxfire? You killed her. I just watched myself at this. It's not my choice. It came down to the tomb rot. We forgot about it, so she was kind of like lingering and coughing for a while, but then she finally went, "Arlen, there's something wrong. Arlen." And kind of expired. So,
All right. So,
yeah.
what's cool about, like, what was that, 9th or 10th level adventuring party?
Yeah, I'm typing out their gear right now.
Their gear's generally pretty good. Hey, look, a bunch of fighter barbarian stuff.
Yeah, I'm at the wizard right now, so.
Yep.
I was flushing
So we
my
did the
spellbook.
barbarian, the rogue barbarian, and then the cleric is left.
All right. Not to be antisocial, but to maximize the probability of continuing this on the morrow, I'm going to go upstairs for 20 minutes. How much?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
The traveling spellbook of Randwick the Vile. Looks like a good group of spells, and then he had a ring of prot. Plus 2. He did have a brooch of shielding with 33 hit points left in it.
Useful items.
And
does Ugg? I'm just gonna put that on Ugg or Sam. Let's see what they have. I don't think Sam can cast that shit on himself.
Brooch of Shielding is a amulet slot, so.
Oh, fuck.
He had a few wands too. Weird. Wand of Invisibility.
Oh, there we go.
Master level 3 with 44 charges.
Hello.
One of them was crying out to the
cleric.
She was actually an anti-paladin. Henna was crying out to the dragon and elf shadow, and she knew Arlen's name, and she was screaming, "Get the light priest!" And she knew who Radimer was. You guys have no idea who the fuck these guys are.
Yes, and they were all after me.
Yep.
Why? Yeah.
A wand of mount. Weird. Master level 1 with 30 charges. And a masterwork iron and gold ring worth 300 gold pieces. I think Icy Prison is 5th. Yep. It's a neat spell. Alright, and now the anti-paladin. Full plate, a wand, cure moderate wounds, caster level 3 with 37 charges left in it. An obsidian unholy symbol of the dragon in Elf's Shadow, worth 200 gold. So let's make this a the Diadem of Cloying Darkness is a minor phylactery of negative channeling.
Okay.
That's 1d6. It's a primary.
Well, that's great for Radimer.
And as a secondary, it's a headband of charisma or enhancement bonus charisma +2.
Headband, you say?
Head slot.
Head slot. Okay. Let's check out Radimer's head slot. Damn it.
Oh, it's correct.
He's got the same thing. But we're going to give him that. Because he does not have a charisma item.
Radimer's head slot?
Head slot, circle of persuasion. Same thing, phylactery.
Oh, that's a +2d6 item. He's not going to give up that one.
For a +2 charisma, alright.
Yeah. I think what he'll do is end up putting pluses to charisma into his headband item.
Yeah. His
Drake
headband?
Fox, how's it going? So this is a head slot. Yeah, he could swap it out. He'd get one less d6 on his channel, but an extra channel per day with an extra DC. I think he likes his circlet of persuasion, though. So he'll take it. Like, he could probably sell it and then use the money to upgrade his own items.
Yeah.
Or give it to, like, a follower or something like that. Okay, the loot is pretty heavy in this room. You guys strip these evil adventurers of their gear, place it into piles. They are now under watch by a injured Ugg. Yeah, Ugg's got some serious damage. I don't know if you're healing him at all, Ahmed.
Yeah, I will be. Just turning the AC on because I'm losing weight.
Yep. It's warm over there, huh?
Oh, son of a bitch. It's almost 4 a.m. and I'm sweating
My sweat,
by
I
the
sweat.
window. Oh man.
Ugg has 52 damage and then 17 of which is cursed. So I don't know if you're attempting to get rid of the cursed damage. Let's get rid of the 52 non-cursed first.
Yeah, give me a sec. Good. Sweating my off.
And then the Radiant Skull also has 12 damage. So I don't know if you're... And you've got 49, so this would be a good time.
Yeah, so we're going to break out some... Let's grab her Cure Moderate Wounds wand.
Sam has 8. Phineas is okay. Radimer's going to tink a charge from his wand.
Okay, let's start using some of these items. Cure Light Wounds. Wand of Cure Light Wounds. Let's use that up. How much does Ugg have?
50.
So. Okay, so 10 charges. 10 charges will do, which means there's 46 in that one. Okay, so Ugg's healed. Putting 10 charges from a wand. Wait, so 17 cursed.
Okay, so that gets 10 charges in the wand. He has 2 hit points left, or 2 damage left, and then 17
and
cursed.
17 cursed. Okay, got you. Okay, we'll deal with that cursed later. Arlen's got 49, which is another 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to use my spells because who knows what the hell's going to happen. Arlen's good.
Sam would need 2 charges.
Okay, Sam will get 2. Skull will get 2.
Okay, Skull has 2 damage left.
Yep. Who else?
I think that's it.
Okay, so with Ugg, let's try to remove that with a spell.
Okay, what are you casting?
Now, spellcraft. Is this going to be?
You know it's cursed. You already rolled 21 when you're looking at Ugg. You just know it's cursed.
Okay, let's cast a. Oh, I need that one. Does the level of the spell impact the curse? The check for the curse, or is it just a caster level check?
You don't know. You can start experimenting.
Okay, let's just cast a Cure Light.
Okay, where is the Cure Light coming from?
My cleric.
Okay.
Like my spells.
Give me a caster level check. D20 plus your caster level.
Okay. 26.
Okay, it works.
Okay, D8 plus 5. 9.
Okay, first you heal his 2 remaining, and then 7 comes off the cursed wound. He has 10 cursed damage left.
So it seems like it's just any spell. Just my magic. So how do I remove it other than just like remove curse?
You hit the DC right on. It is a DC 26 caster level check to actually heal him. Yeah. So it's basically 50-50.
No, because it's.
Oh,
it's
you
not
rolled a
50-50.
16. Okay, yeah, it's not that.
It's 20% success. Yeah, man, Egypt is hot as fuck.
How's your family handling the heat? Your 2 boys and your wife.
Wife she's got acclimatized to the snow. The boys are they're all right. They're kids, so they're like, yay! It hits them at the end of the night when they're just like crying and shit for no reason. But during the day they're fine.
When they're drained of
just
vital
tired.
life force from the sun.
Yeah, it's weird. Good times.
Giving the life force to the ancient pharaohs.
Yeah, go Kafrania. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so hold on, what we're doing? Oh yeah, so with him, I'm just gonna prepare a couple of not disease, remove curse.
Okay, you're gonna leave the 10 damage
tomorrow.
On. Okay.
Yeah, don't know what else is gonna happen.
Okay, that curse is listed at the top of his character sheet, and the level.
Godiva's got the same thing. I'm gonna ask Phineas about the curse on Godiva. If it is removed when she comes back with a raised dead, will it impact the raised dead, or is it gone?
Let me see. That is from the Gold Scarab Swarm. It is called Tomb Rot.
Or can I remove curse on her body and then try it? Like, what's the? Because that's an item at this point. Is she cursed?
Okay, it is effectively a weird sort of disease, I think. Raised Dead, let's have a look. Does Raised Dead remove disease?
I thought it was a curse.
Yeah. You didn't roll very well.
Oh, Phineas tells me. Yeah, it's true. I rolled a 1 and a 3 or something.
It talks about hit points and it talks about closing mortal wounds. Normal poison, normal disease are cured in the process of raising the subject, but magical diseases and curses are not undone. It's right in the spell.
So it will impact. You're talking about raised dead, right?
Yep. This
So-
actually, this disease and the curse on the body could stop the raised dead.
So we have to. Can we remove that from the body?
Yeah,
We'd have to, yeah.
with
Okay.
magic.
Remove. Prepare a shitload of those.
Okay, so Godiva's body is collected up with a bunch of the treasure.
Oh, fuck, so who's cursed here? Holy crap! There's a lot of people.
This is
Uh,
cursed. That's cursed.
I think so. Ugg, Godiva, and Phineas is cursed.
Purify food and drink on Godiva. I think I might require something a little more strong than that, given the nature of the diseasey curse. We'll make her good for eating. Hey everyone, her blood is good for drinking. So gross, so callous.
I will get you guys some photos of pretty cool stuff and share with the stream.
Are we gonna break their heads open or what? Says Ugg.
Radima, how do you prefer your hostages, dead or alive?
It will take more time to get things out of them. I prefer my hostages dominated, says Phineas.
Oh, let's start with that. And then Phineas can have them.
Which one should I dominate before we wake up?
Oh, Wizard seems to know a lot. And we'll do one at a time. Let's start with the Wizard.
I only have one dominate today.
All right.
I think Phineas
We'll
has
start-
a dominate person. I think.
Yeah, I think he does. Let me check.
Uh,
Conclave.
yeah, he does. Who should become
Expecting
my
travel.
mind slave? Well, at least until we're done interrogating them. Sam shifts uncomfortably and scratches his head.
Yeah.
I think the priestess will know most. Perhaps the wizard.
Who would be the most problems?
Well, in the current state they're in, they're not going to be able to resist very well.
Yeah, start with the female. She seemed to be giving directions.
Very well. Phineas comes over. He just puts his hand on her head. He casts a spell. 6 seconds later, he casts another spell, which is Detect Magic. It appears that it took hold.
Excellent.
Someone will have to heal her.
Tap her with a cure light.
Okay.
How many does she need before she wakes up?
She needs... How long are you waiting?
Just start hitting her. Like maybe I'll hit her 3 or 4 times.
Okay, she is at minus 28, but it heals the non-lethal at the same time. So give me a second. One out of combat is 5 healing. So 08,
10,
and 25.
20. So 3.
3, so it would be 15 and 98. She's at plus 2 hit points. Okay, she's now awake.
Cool. Excellent.
Ugg and Sam had wrapped her in rope, pushed the other two off to the side for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes.
Hello.
You will answer my companion's questions to the best of your ability, and keep the snark at a minimum, says Phineas. I don't like snark.
Thank you, Master Phineas.
Her face, she's looking all beat up. Her face twists a little bit, and eyes roll into the back of her head. Come on, come on. Yes, master, she says.
I was thinking, I don't think we need to learn this one.
Oh, that's not very fun. Sam's still kind of shifting oddly and not liking the spell that he's seeing cast.
Now, where did you come from? Where is your base?
We have...
List all the bases that you know of where your people are attacking us from. So where you have access to.
She seems confirmed. Perhaps you should be simple. She's going to be simple-minded in this. Where did she come from is a good question. Where did you come from, dear, says Phineas. We came from Canterport.
Who brought you here?
She kind of lurches and he did.
Arlen looks around very slowly, a little bit sweating.
You mean this wizard over here, says Phineas? Yes, master. Randwick the Vile, who is an apprentice of... Give me a second.
The old guy, scrying on us.
Nope. Circus. I just need a name. Tell me your name.
Who are you?
He is an apprentice of Vudhir the Resurrector.
How do you know of us?
Mr. Cotter.
Who is Mr. Cotter? Is Mr. Cotter the old guy? I know he's linked to this somehow.
Yep, that's the old guy. The old guy you met in the strange lodge in Fallenstone.
And then the Countess is
Yep.
yeah, bastard. So Mr. Cotter follows the shadow.
Her face twists. Answer. Mr. Cotter is a Knight Herald.
Phineas, what the hell is a Knight Herald?
Oh, very interesting. Give me a knowledge arcana or
www.phineas.com.
a knowledge planes.
Planes and Arcana. 1 second. I'm giving you Phineas's knowledges.
Actually, give me planes. Planes is probably right.
Planes, okay. Knowledge, planes, plus 21. 33. Does he have his mutagen still running?
Yep.
Then 35.
Oh, the Knight Heralds are a loosely organized group of magicians and occultists that are obsessed with summoning and controlling inhabitants of the unknowable void known as the Dark Tapestry or the Otra.
Which world do they come from?
I think they are not necessarily bound to Turak, says Phineas.
What were you here for?
To kill you and loot the tomb.
You were here for... What were you looking for in the tomb?
the things we were told would be here.
Which are?
The treasures of an ancient caster, a summoner of elementals.
Gentlemen, let's collect everything very quickly. I still have, by the way, my scrying,
Yep.
detect scrying up.
Yep.
Phineas, I'm not sure if you have Mage's Private Sanctum available. It might be useful. We wouldn't want their...
Well, there's a failing one over there, but I believe that it would be better protection than not. I do not have that spell prepared today, he says.
I think he does, actually. Let me check. Sanctum.
No, he was...
Most
He had
days.
his combat spells prepared.
Yes, okay, you're right. Alright, sounds good. Let's bring him in. Let's all hang out over there. The rug is still in front of the thing.
What about these two assholes?
Bring them as well. They can still be scryed upon.
They can't be scryed upon if they're dead, says Phineas.
Didn't we want to dominate them and speak with them?
I don't have another dominate person today.
Tomorrow.
We're sticking around.
Oof. You raise a good point.
Of course, don't have my
fluid.
teleport today either, says Phineas.
No, we don't have a choice then, do we? We could dominate one.
Done. Who's your master? You are my master. See? She's very compliant.
How long will this spell last? Days, I assume?
Days?
Alright. We don't need the one with the knives. Let's keep the wizard. He might have useful information. Besides, he was the apprentice of... What's his face? Vordir the Resurrector. What can you tell us about Vordir the Resurrector?
Come along. He is a great caster, a horrible man.
Is he a necromancer?
Amongst other things.
Okay, so this guy's getting killed.
He can bring people back under his command.
Sounds like somebody we might want to learn from, Radimer. We'll have to keep that name in mind. So Ugg kills Libar.
Okay, he just goes over and twists his head.
Yeah. Yep. And we carry the other guy over.
Okay. Where are you guys heading? Into the crypt?
Yeah. Tell her not to touch anything.
Okay, you're gonna bring all the treasure and Godiva's body, I guess?
Yep.
You know, says Sam, if we grab those gems and come running back in here...
How do we get out? Teleport?
Yeah, I didn't think that far ahead. We'll leave them there.
We can teleport with them. We can teleport out, correct, Phineas? Can you tell if there's anything here that will stop us?
Phineas. There is... He's casting a spell and looking around. I need a perception check from Phineas.
Okay, if he's making it visible, we can all aid.
Yep. I think that's a
Perception.
plus 8 with his familiar.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Perception. It says plus 6. He has a plus 10, and then his familiar is a plus 6. Oh, the bonus from his familiar is a plus 8 doubles? Sorry, I'm confused. He has a plus 10. His familiar's around, and we can aid him if he's making it visible.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I assume he's doing detect magic. right? So
Yep.
he rolled a 10. He has a total of 20. His familiar, and then
Okay.
all of us will auto
Phineas
aid.
ends up looking at the crack where the door disappeared. There is an odd aura coming off of this door. He is going to spellcraft it. It's probably a good thing we don't remove any of the gems. I think once this door comes up, there's some sort of sigil against the back half of the door that hedges this place.
So nobody can teleport in. Then we need to have somebody out there make sure that no one touches these crystals.
We could just smash the door. Not all of us are knuckleheads like you, Sam. Knucklehead. I'll show you, knucklehead.
Well, that staff is adamantine. We'd be able to burst through it quite quickly.
Yeah, but kind of ruins a nice door, don't you think? It depends if we intend on staying here. I think the first bit of business is to for me to cast
clock.
legend law upon the strange gem, the doomsday clock. I assume it does fit the description.
Yes. Henna, are there others that are waiting for you, or others that we should be expecting to come and aid you?
Yes. Well, which is it? Says Phineas. We are to send message to Randwick's master or to Mr. Cotter when we are successful. We are to go to the Vernus to await further instruction.
Phineas or Radiman, does the wizard's book have ascending? I'll check the party pages.
Yeah.
Who would be casting that? Let's see. The wizard would be doing it. We'll have to do that tomorrow. Might be able to buy ourselves a few days, but they will be worried if you don't do ascending right away. The problem is if we are trapped here, we can lose if someone removes the gems, if they teleport in. How did you find us?
Mr. Cotter showed us where. He scried upon Sam, well, the giant, and Ugg, the deformed man.
Damn.
Did you kill my manticores again? We destroyed the undead that were at the teleportation spot. We found your tracks which led to the strange pool, and then we started scouting around. We found an old tomb face, but it was covered with rock. We started probing there.
Should we expect anyone to come and attack us during the day, during the night?
Come on, says Phineas. We don't expect to make contact for several days.
Phineas, and tomorrow we'll have the wizard do ascending. Would you be able to control that?
It might be... Yes, we can force him to cast a spell and to do ascending. However, there might be a chance that, if the master knows his servant well, that they're more like, well, they're sort of like puppets, you see.
Yes, the communication might be strange, and they would expect something.
Better that we send them to oblivion.
Agreed. Let's keep the mage and try to find out what more we can about this resurrector, and see what else we can get from her. How many others are there? What do you know about our group? Do you know all of us?
Mr. Cotter told us about you. Told us about how you fought against my goddess.
He does not follow your goddess.
I do not know. I know
How many?
I know he is a knight herald.
Where can we find others that are like you? Others that follow your goddess?
Twist her mouth, and Phineas is like, answer. There are some that heed the call at our tower in Canterport. There are 7 of us.
Where is the tower, and what is it called?
Okay, she gives the name of a tower in Canterport, where she describes effectively like a small temple. You continue to question how powerful the people are there, and she's the one that leads it.
Okay. Phineas, do you know if this is legal, or is it under? I mean, are they allowed to have such a?
I'm not sure.
Tower?
Canterport is sort of a hive of scum and villainy, and full of rat people. 7 followers of some strange god. We could probably rat them out. And Phineas makes a joke, and no one laughs. Yes, well, are they as powerful as you? No. What is the most powerful spell that you've seen any of your followers cast? 3rd circle. They're beneath us, says Phineas.
All right. Where is your most holy site? We're questioning the anti-paladin, the dark cleric Adam.
She twists her face. North.
Where?
Tebron.
She dominated?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Phineas dominated
Phineas dominated her dumbass.
Merciful sap!
Yeah, boy.
You also found out that this place gets planar hedged when that door is closed. So Sam and Ugg and the Skull are standing guard outside.
That would have been real funny, like.
Well, you made the joke that you could just like punch your way through the door, and Phineas is like, not all of us are knuckleheads, kind of thing, you know. So.
That's how we get through the door.
So they're expecting to do ascending. So these guys are following someone called V something, the Resurrector.
Vod here, the Resurrector is the name of the master of the wizard, and Mr. Cotter is the one that told these assholes where you guys were and where to teleport.
That's the old man.
That's the old man.
Cotter is the old man, yeah.
Cotter is a member of something called the Knight Heralds. This is a group of philosophers, wizards, and occultists that are obsessed with the Otra, and specifically summoning and controlling the Otra.
Depending on their relationship with Mr. Cotter, they might be the list of men who are dead. That might be possibly what it is.
Then Arlen went down a rat hole. It's like, you have a tower of the Dragon and Elf Shadow in Canterport. Like, tell me about it. And she's got this little cult of.
I've got 50 people.
Yeah, it's 7 dudes. 7 dudes with one that can cast 3rd circle spells is basically what you spent half an hour getting out of her.
What else do we know about? Want to know about her? I was. Okay, I'm glad
Does
that
he
it's
know
kind
where
of
Mr.
organized
Cotter
this way.
is? Hey, where's Mr. Cotter?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam comes back. He's like, I got an idea. He goes back through the failing mage's private
I want to
sanctum.
punch the old guy.
Yes, Sam. Do you have a specific question you like?
Where's Mr. Cotter?
I don't know. He moves around.
Where do you think Mr. Cotter is?
He could be in Vavernus, where we saw him last. In the Foreigners District.
Do you know those assholes who tried to kill us when we were in the hole?
Who?
Where we got the head. A mercenary party tried to kill us while we were in the watery pit.
No, I don't think
Oh,
she's
in
a
the
Yeah,
A
they were also
long
sent by
time
Mr.
ago.
Cotter.
yeah. Who do you say name? She looks at you confused. I think you might have to be more specific, Sam.
The bard got away. What was I let the bard get away. What was his name?
Yes, those mercenaries that attacked us when we were at the Giant's Down.
Yeah, Radimer, you're smart. What was the bard's name?
I do not remember their names. I remember other details. And Radimer, like, you're bringing up where you guys fucking said no to Radimer ghouling a couple of those guys, and that was a tense moment where Radimer, shortly thereafter, I think, sold you.
It was right after that, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if we can get anything else out of her. Anybody?
Do you know where he stays? He spends time at Fallenstone, at the lodge there of old men.
That's not a
Hey,
place. I have to
Radimer, you
tell.
could hide out there. You could just sort of sit amongst the other old guys.
I am not that old.
Oh,
I'm 22.
He says necromancy has its cost.
maybe there's like a cream or a...
If there's nothing else for us to ask. Anyone? Anyone?
Do you know where the anything about the shadows, the smart ones?
Ah, good, Sam. The Shadow Swarm, what do you know of them?
Rumor.
Do you have anything to protect yourself from them?
A new Lord of Shadow is amongst them. This war will be different.
What is this Lord's name?
Overshadow.
Phineas?
I am actually stumped there. I've never heard of what she's talking about.
Well, we'll have to legend law that then.
So
Tomorrow?
what were you sent here to get?
All the things in his tomb we were to get and deliver to Mr. Cotter or to the Resurrector.
And how were you planning on... Where were you going to give him to Cotter?
We were going to contact him within 3 days or meet him at Vavernus.
Oh, you were to meet him in Vavernus.
Perhaps
In 3 days.
He moves around. We were to go to the Foreigners District, and she starts describing the inn where Vlauving's staying, where you left him, where you guys actually stayed.
Perfect. And if you were going to contact him, would you be the one contacting him, or would, like, the wizard do it?
No,
The wizard's doing the same thing.
Randwick has the spell to send messages over great distances.
I don't think we killed any of them.
You killed the rogue.
We killed the rogue.
Uh,
Oh.
they gave the message for Ugg to just snapped his head like a twig.
Oh. I mean,
And Sam, you've been sort of shifting uncomfortably as like dominate person is not kind of your sort of thing.
no, it's not my.
Although it does keep it from having to do torture, so you're sort of you're just sort of torn.
These people are really pushing the limits of acceptable. Like they're obviously unacceptable in their behaviors.
Mm-hmm. You do get the sense that they are very mercenary.
Yeah.
Like they were told to go and get everything. They may not have known what they were here to get.
So how are you going to get the mirror thing with like the elder god hiding in the back of it?
She gives you a confused look. Phineas snaps his fingers a few times to coax the answers out of her. We were to get everything that we could move from the tomb. Anything magical, any of the artifacts. Plus anything that you were carrying and your bodies. The Resurrector was interested in your bodies.
Did
The power of the
they just
Resurrector
want-
was he brings people back under his control.
Mark, you son of a bitch. Don't let your characters die anymore, man. I mean, your internet is fantastic right now.
I know, right? It's pretty crazy.
It's like probably
so,
5 in the morning in Egypt. Nobody's online.
So, yeah.
Do you want to try putting on your audio or your video?
Sure. Here. See how this goes. Your bars went to yellow instantly.
Yeah, we're. Oh,
Sound?
oh, I got sound.
Sound is good.
Yeah.
Is Marty frozen? Or no, he's not. Okay.
No.
Marty's just stoic.
I'm just trying to get your picture in here. There we go.
Well, you're giving the demon nightmares.
Yep. It startled Fox and Drakester, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing
yeah,
with
they don't know
with
anything
Hannah?
about the clock. Is there anything else that we want to know? Are you guys considering putting an end to Mr. Cotter?
No, he
Was that for us
is
or for them?
a great
It's for us.
employer.
How much you getting paid?
Where do you keep your treasures?
10,000 gold pieces per death of each of you.
Where do you keep your treasures?
I keep my treasures at my tower in a hidden compartment. Oh, this spell is wonderful. Phineas.
How much you got in your tower in your hidden compartment?
I recently spent a lot of money on gear and spells.
So not these like Not much in there.
She says a few talents.
okay.
No, not worth our time. All right.
This is going to be their big payday.
Yep. Well, they were all in. They're invested. They're adventurers.
There would have been a bonus for each of your bodies we return to the Resurrector.
How much are bodies worth?
At least 5,000 apiece. For
Where is the
some,
Resurrector?
for some of the leaders of your little band.
Where is the Resurrector? Where is his
I don't
home
know.
and sanctuary?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're done with her.
Mr. Cotter might know. They are associates. They are part of the same organization. This.
Do you have anything of the Resurrector?
No,
Does the wizard?
I don't know.
All right. Any other questions for this one?
Do you promise not to do this ever again? They're trying to kill us and worshipping the Shadow Lady?
No.
All right.
That's the wrong answer, I think. That'd have been a good time to lie.
Redeemed one. If you would.
Oh no, Sam's walking away. I don't want to be. I'm in my room. I didn't know.
Okay, so you
Skull-
stick
skull
you
goes
wheel
forward.
you wheel yourself through the rubble and conjure your skull back over, and then wheel yourself through the rubble. You're having the skull kill her.
Yeah.
Okay, so it basically it kind of goes into her and just stays, and he's coup de grace her while she's
No. Toss her. You get rid of her. Radama, do you wish to raise her or?
Okay. A few moments after the skull blasts her body open, kind of there's a smoking body that collapses in amongst the rope that Ugg had tied her up with. You notice that the carpet goes like this in front of the window. It ripples.
Anybody have seen visibility running?
Yeah, everyone's looking around. You don't see any creatures.
Did you ask her if she had one of those like shadow fucking things?
I don't know if your party knows about any of the shadow marks.
The people that we didn't
I don't think we ran into
Dynamo
anybody
have
like
one?
He may have had markings on him, but he never told you what they were about.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, I don't know.
He had necromancy on here, and you guys were like, well, whatever.
knowledge. What the planes? What the fuck just happened? Did her shadow or spirit get sucked into that void, or did something gulp it up?
Give me a knowledge.
Phineas. What
Planes?
the fuck?
Knowledge religion?
Phineas.
I'm not sure what happened
Kill
here.
everyone, you know. Redemption is a thing.
Sam's yelling and they can hear him, but Dynamo did tell you? Okay. Specifically? Alright. You took off her plate mail, so she did not have any sigils on her body.
Okay.
The religion. I'm pathetic at this, but I'll do it anyways.
You're the priest. You're the head priest.
Shut
You're
up.
a religion.
16.
Spirits depart the body shortly after death. Sometimes they linger, sometimes they don't.
Phineas, 23. What does a skull get?
Why her spirit may have departed into the frame, you're not certain.
And why would her spirit move a carpet?
Fuck, I don't know. And skull is gonna go for it.
See, for me it's 10:30 and I just had a little bit of food. For Ahmed it's 5 a.m. and he's at the point of not giving a fuck.
No, I'm good. Cool.
It's not give a fuck o'clock.
Perfect. You guys, why don't you guys ever give me any clues? I'm like, oh well, it's not clue by 4 time.
Skull rolled a 33.
Don't you remember the tiny thing I said a year ago? Funny.
Skull rolled a 33.
Her spirit departed. Something came to claim it. It was drawn to that.
I think we should break that up.
After you saw what it did to Ugg, and even your own mind by simply glancing into it, good luck not seeing it while you break it.
You could always do it while the carpet is around it. Of course, you might damage your fancy carpet.
Never!
Pay 60 fucking grand for that! Or whatever it was.
Yeah, you could replace the carpet with a bed sheet. A bit of linen.
Perhaps we should not have Godiva's body so close.
Indeed.
Dragging it across the floor, putting it with the other bodies.
Yeah, let's get her outside.
We should.
This is an important time, Arlen. It's just the birth of a thing, and you don't have to be like that.
What are you yelling about? The Ugg's like, hey, get over here. We can't all be outside there. We gotta put the gems back in if they wander off. What's the matter?
They talk to her, now they're killing her, and it's all like, got what you need, and now you're just a piece of garbage.
Yep.
She worships that fucking thing that's turning everyone to shadows.
Well, but right now she basically does what they say. It's like a puppet.
So?
Well, then tell her not to.
It's fucking wizards. Of course their magic's cowardly. All of them. All of them. Fucking cowards.
Well,
You know I can oh yeah, Arlen sticks his head out. I can hear you, you asshole.
you can?
Oh, I thought it blocked.
Oh.
Arlen throws a rock at them like Phineas, I think it's time to do your legend law on the clock.
Yes, I've been yes. He looks nervous. You realize what this thing does, right?
Yes.
Depending on how big its bubble has grown, it could be determining the date at which the thing inside the bubble is destroyed. It has been here for 3,000 years. I've done some rough back of the envelope calculations, and it's very big.
Go ahead.
We might be determining the with 3,000 years, I believe, the end of the prime material plane.
It would be interesting to know if, with our actions, we can change the clock.
I don't know if I want to know this knowledge.
Wouldn't you rather know when your time has come?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really thought of it.
The prime material is but one plane.
A very important plane. Most of the souls come from there. You snuff it out, it's like taking the fuel out of the fire. I'm not sure what the cosmological and planar repercussions of there being no prime. It's effectively creation. What good are the outer planes without creation?
The outer planes, as I understand, were there before creation.
Yes, but that's impossibly long ago. Surely it's a long time. It will be millions of years.
Radimer raises an eyebrow.
Yes, it'll be millions of years and everything will be all right.
Arlen just leans over to Radimer.
Which means that we could wait another 3,000 years or so, 2,000 or 3,000 years to look at it again. So I don't really need to cast legend lore upon it.
Arlen just like whispers, "It's probably going to be a few years." To Radimer.
Come back saying next Thursday.
You're the worshipper of death. Shouldn't you be the one that does it?
Phineas, I think you're the only one that has a spell.
That's a really good point, though.
I will be here for comfort.
Phineas.
Sorry. Some things when they come out of Radimer's mouth are pretty funny to hear.
They are good.
Yeah.
Radimer has 6th circle wizard spells, or only 5th circle wizard spells?
He only has 5th circle wizard spells. He'll have 6 when he levels.
I'll get the next one. I will get and in his brain he's going, in 3,000 years.
But if we move it, then it starts again? This is not a safe place. Our enemy knows where we are. Why would Tular Seft keep that in the same room as that? And he points at the fucking frame, and then, if that thing was looking at that, then others know.
What did you see in the frame, Arlen?
In the frame, there's something in there. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to take another look. Drove me near insane. I'm not taking another look.
I'm checking to see if anybody has like a wall of stone spell or anything like that prepared.
I can put a wall up in front of it tomorrow, not today.
Radimer has Wall of Stone as a cleric spell.
Does he have it prepared?
No.
Legend Lore in the Mirror will happen tomorrow.
He's got
Not today.
ghoul army. He's got a ghoul army standing in front of it.
What's cool about Ghoul Army is actually summons a lot of meat
Yep.
in a standard action.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a ghast plus D4 ghouls or whatever. I really wanted to cast that last session, but we couldn't take a chance. So, because like just covering the big mirror with a wall of stone, just
Has Radimer
So we don't-
used his Arcane Bond yet today?
no.
Does he have Arcane Bond? Let me check.
He has. I thought he had a familiar.
He has a familiar. Never mind. He was not here.
Got a
He was
monk.
with the.
He's got a monkey.
Because I think he's got a spell called Wall of Bone. But moot at this point.
Yeah. And is Wall of Bone like a permanent one, or is it?
I don't think it is. I think it's kind of like wall of
What's really nice about Wall of Stone is it's just permanent.
yeah.
It's identically to Wall of Bone, except has a duration.
Yeah. I can prepare it for tomorrow.
I can't even find it. I just know it's a spell. I thought he had.
He has it on his spellbook.
Okay.
I see it. It's except for Wall. It's like Wall of Stone, except it's the DCs are different and it's got a duration.
Oh, there it is. Force Circle.
He's a necromancy spell.
Yeah, he doesn't have much that permanently blocks.
Yeah, it's Wall of Stone, Wall Iron. I don't know what else does that. So, I suppose the question is, do we do this now, or do we do this on the morrow? Arlen, your
We have,
schedule
I don't-
we have
was
approximately
tight.
3 days before their masters come looking for them. This is Phineas.
We also have a fight with Larving and our gladiators.
Are we really concerned about gladiator fights now, says Ratimer?
I have to be, as you were. I don't have a choice in this.
I am.
Luckily season end is coming, so we'll be able to focus on this more.
Well, if we take the gems away, the doors come up and this place is planningly hedged. But the chances of them finding it is great because
They've already been here.
Seft left his mark all over the place. We should disintegrate the bodies, says Phineas, like cold and calculated.
Sure. Well, there's lava over there.
Yes, we could stick them in there. He waves his hand like make it so kind of thing.
The three nerdlingers all going
Oh, you do it. No, you do it. Nerdlingers. Okay. What are your next steps? Phineas looks like he might have to be convinced to cast Legend Lore.
Yeah. Since we're going to be here for since we're here for 2 nights, for 1 night, we're prepared to teleport tomorrow. But we do need to legend lore it. I'll tell you why. Because we can't leave it here anymore. We have to take the clock with us. So we need to find out what it knows right now.
Yes.
It is not safe.
Are there
It has to
any
come with us.
Are there any spells that would allow a mind to memorize a thing?
I'm sure there are, but none that I know.
There are several, and Phineas should have some of these. I would assume he would know them, but let's just see. There are several. He doesn't have the formulas. Let's see if he has the spells.
His spellbook's a little light.
It is. It's almost as if he was used to just being in a tower where he just wrote down whatever he wanted. Like he was very much of like, why would I have a really high spellcraft? Why would I ever write it in my book?
What is Investigative Mind? I feel that's one of those spells that allows you to roll twice on a thing.
Investigative Mind. You roll twice on appraise knowledge, linguistics, or spellcraft check. And he doesn't have any of the, like, there's like memorize is one, and there's a couple that like let you like ingest pages of information.
I feel that he spent time researching spells, but didn't add any to his spellbook as well. Because he's got a bunch of scrolls. Why hasn't he scribed them?
Crafter's Fortune, Sculpt Corpse, Deep Slumber, Secret Page, Shrink Item, Alter Summon Creature. Like I know, Widget, I've got this chunk of like a bunch of spells you're supposed to learn, and I have to actually go do the spell math.
Yep.
But
Okay. These might have been the ones that he did learn, but nothing in there allows him to memorize. I remember a spell allowing you to memorize like absolutely things that you see, like one page per int point or something like that. But
and Ashoka had that, the original.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fi had that one.
Yep.
Because I remember you were like, "How dumb's my party?" and you were trying to memorize shit in other people's minds. Funny.
Yeah, we're just pouring information in other people's ints. Yep.
I could try to write down what I see, and we could do it later.
It would take more time later. You should do it now.
Ah.
So, Phineas, I think we should do legend lore.
Yes, but as I said, I do not want the burden of that knowledge.
Make yourself forget.
Modify memory. It's not a spell I know. It's not a spell I can cast. We'll need to find a bard. Our bard died. He looks to Godiva.
It is not the only bard in all of Tarak. Just cast the spell already.
You can't make me, says Phineas.
Of course not.
There is
but
going to be a slappy nerd fight, and what we learned from outside, Radimer is a scary, mean-ass man, and Fi is, or not Fi, got that on the brain, but Phineas is a buttersoft bitch.
Yeah.
He's got 2 nukes, and that's it. The rest of his spell list is not.
Arlen, are you trying to convince
So,
Phineas
Phineas.
to...
the main reason we came here was to find the clock.
Yes, and
And
we
we
found it.
now
It's
know.
right over there. It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's a gem-like
Should-
thing. I was expecting some sort of...
Should we take it?
Well, not
Answer is not, unless we want to lose 3,000 years worth of knowledge. And we cannot leave it here because others will take it. Others have found. I mean, these idiots were able to find it. I'm looking like they were able to follow us. So Mr. Cotter will know how to get here. I'd rather we have it than him. Do you wish me to deposit it somewhere safe?
It should be kept safe. It is a great item of prophecy. However, you are right. If it is less than 3,000 years, the primes... If it's less than 3,000 years to determine the end of the primes, then we should know this knowledge.
We don't have a choice. We have to move the clock. And in order to not lose knowledge, we have to learn it.
I'm sure give or take a century would be also bad. If 3,000 years from now we found the fate of the primes is only 100 years away.
It's got a point there.
Yes, there's probably some point at which we're all doomed.
Hence the name of it. Delightful, isn't it?
No, it's... gives us something to strive for. Go ahead, Phineas. We're here with you.
If I must. Give me a diplomacy check.
Oakley dokley.
Radimer aids. $25 or higher, he'll do it.
27.
Okay.
I can't roll higher than a 4.
I will do it, but it's your fault. That's what he says to Arlen.
It's your fault is not. Whatever.
All right.
This is what we agreed upon. I will help you understand this so that you and your other companions would help recover the thing that I would rather not be associated with. And of course, he's making reference to
the cradle.
Yep.
What do you wish to do with the clock?
I'm going to cast Legend Lore upon it first. Excuse me.
Decide.
This may take a few moments. He takes out a book, puts it on the table. He takes out an inkwell and a pen. He's kind of setting everything up. He puts out he basically puts out an incense burner and puts some incense in it, subtracts 250 gold pieces worth of spell components from somewhere. 4 pieces of ivory he arranges kind of underneath where the gem is floating.
I position the carpet so that it...
Yeah, right now the carpet is floating.
It's covering it completely?
Yeah, it is okay. Floating sideways and acting like a drape as opposed to a carpet. And is effectively hovering several inches off of the frame and covering the entirety of it. The frame is a little bit smaller than 10 feet, and the carpet is 10 feet square. Phineas, it'll take less than an hour.
All right, I'll be here.
He begins chanting.
That's it, Grand Mage. That's it. Doing a good job, buddy. Here's a juice box. Here's a juice box. Find out what the world ends.
Okay, Radimer is watching. I don't know if you're right there beside him watching what he's writing.
Yeah. I'll wheel myself over.
search for a name, of course.
No problem. Radimer, thanks for saving me from the barbarian.
Harm does not do the body good.
Well, Arlen laughs at that.
Unless you have a body like mine.
I've prepared a couple of spells that might help you, so...
Where the
we're gonna actually get the guys to start collecting all the treasure outside. So Ugg will toss the bodies into the lava, and
Okay.
we'll get the guys to collect all the magic items from the golem, and yeah, start putting them. Start looking at spreading that shit out. Not even the main stuff, but just the stuff we got from the adventurers.
I wonder if they had families.
I think they sold off. Well, don't really care. Wand of very useful wands, actually. Very useful wands. He's got invisibility and mounds.
Okay.
Cure moderate wounds.
Phineas begins to write down some things on paper. Over the half an hour it will take him to cast this spell. I'm going to open up a page. And to make this more dramatic, I will find a scripty font.
Alright. Okay. Are we placing bets or making any sort of... Are we just going to let it rock and we're all just going to internalize our guesses? I don't want to...
I don't know, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm talking about, like, meta us. What are we meta doing?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. I think you should do it in character. Sam and Ugg peek their head back in, I guess one at a time.
Well, we were told to go, while they're doing this, we're told to go dump bodies in the lava.
Oh, right.
You are to get rid of the bodies in the lava. Erase their filth from this place. We don't take fucking orders from you. Get the fuck out of here, says Ugg.
It's funny.
It comes flying back.
Arlen, they refuse to follow your orders. Shall we cleanse them now?
No. No, I'm sure they're gonna do the job. Just ask them politely. They are not my followers. They're companions.
Arlen told me to ask you politely to put the bodies into the lava. Will you do it, please?
Use the magic word.
Yeah, all right. Not touching those fucking mummies, though. He can come scrape them off the fucking stones themselves. You are most disobedient servants.
Arlen wheels himself out. They're my friends, they're not my servants.
Yes, Arlen, your friends. Be careful. With friends like that, they may lead you astray.
At this point, Sam's remarks about they probably have families, and he doesn't feel good about basically erasing them because they should know.
Yeah, well, burned or whatever. You think this guy's got a family? Meet his fucking wife. He almost chopped Arlen in two. Come on, he's heavy.
Yeah, well, you see, he died and, like, you know, he was fighting and he died. The other, you know...
What are you eggheads doing in there? He pauses as they're dragging fucking Pollock's body.
We figuring out when the world's gonna end.
Oh. He looks at Sam. When do you think it's gonna end?
It's gonna be, when Cord loses his first match.
You think he won every match?
Oh, since he became Cord, when he was like little baby Cord, then, you know, that's what you had to learn. But now he's on top.
All right, when's that? Is it gonna be kind of a hocus pocus thing, or are we gonna get an exact date?
I have no idea. Phineas is working on it.
It won't be for like a long time. It'll be like 50 years.
Yeah, more
When
than
I
that.
mean-
Gods live forever.
When I mean world, I mean all
Yeah.
worlds.
How long do elves live?
Like 1,000 years?
It'll be 2,000 years.
Yeah, long after you're dead, Arlen.
At the rate we're
Wait a sec.
going, it'll probably be a few weeks.
How long does an elf Goliath live?
What?
Make it 3,000 years. Final offer.
I'm
sure
gonna,
we'll be
I'm
fine.
gonna say 3001. He gives fucking. I'm gonna say I'm an elbow.
We're gonna do our best to stop it from ending.
Yep. We'll do our best.
Kind of a little bit on my pay grade.
1, 2, 3, heave. Not all of you go in there. Just bloody trail into the room. Wonder where we got rid of the bodies.
Lava room.
Yep.
Arlen squeaks his ass back in there. Like, look at this shit.
You want to just break up this asshole?
Uh,
He could be spell components or something.
he's hollow. Here, check this out.
Yeah, that's weird.
You could probably we could make like one of the eggheads like a suit of armor out of this. You could just cram him inside.
Okay, you kind of pick him up. It's hollow, and there's something that kind of clanks out of him. And
Oh, we find his soul.
it is a vessel about this big. It looks like it's made out of jade.
It's like a phylactery.
It's kind of like this little. It's of a little dude. Like
Knowledge all my things. Knowledge what I got.
Do
I got-
they say anything?
no, they're kind of like children. It's quiet out there when you found it. You found some treasure.
I don't know. Knowledge, religion, knowledge, planes, knowledge, local, Vatapole, knowledge, engineering.
What's the question?
The fuck is that?
Is this a phylactery? Like, what is it?
You give me a knowledge arcana.
Knowledge, engineering, knowledge, local, Vatapole, knowledge, religion,
Oh,
Knowledge,
right.
religion.
The-
Knowledge, religion. Technically,
the skull's there.
yeah.
Skull 18.
13.
Ah, it looks like more treasure fell out of
Hey!
Tular Seft.
Treasure.
Arcana?
Well, no, you get
Arcana
one. You
18?
get nope. It looks like treasure.
That-
It's this little jade elemental dude thing.
Okay, I'll scoop it up, throw it in a pocket.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, he's
Like-
fucking hollow.
yeah. Well, this could be like armor.
Ugg sticks his hand into the hollow thing, and he's got half of his body on one of his hands. I'm fucking Tular Seft. I got broken by Ugg. He kind of swings around, and like one of its arms hits like the wall and kind of cracks off and falls. Oh, fucking lost my arm.
I guess that wouldn't make very good armor, would it?
No, it's all crumbly. He hands the torso to you.
All right.
Why are you not disposing of the bodies, as Arlen commanded politely?
We're doing what was requested to us politely, and is this not a body?
It goes back to tattletale on you.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll
It's
play
fine.
with the body. Or you might be talking about they found a thing in the body.
Phineas begins to write over the half an hour. It takes some time as he's studying into it to write things. He does write the following. Yes.
My meta statement is you're about to write out the plot line for the next arc of Legends. That's my thought. This is my thought right now. We'll see. No, commence.
I think it might be the next, what's it called? Armageddon? Not Armageddon,
Well, the Ragnarok happened already.
Ragnarok.
Unless this whole
Well-
thing is the sliver of time right while, like, because Ukr's kid is grown, right? So that was 300 years ago. If Ragnarok was happening then, or if Ragnarok took 300 years. Oh! Why am I talking? Shut up, Adam. Ahmed, you shut up too.
The final Ragnarok.
The Ragna to end all rocks. Giant birds are just gone now. Oh, the typing.
Where is this going? Communication.
Um, Phineas is like, give me a will save as he's discovering who last studied the clock.
Okay. Uh-oh. Phineas's will is not too good. Alright. Natural one. Did he just go mad?
Oh shit. Arlen's taking a scroll out.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I don't need to use the abacus, Father. I see the numbers in my head.
Okay, Arlen's casting heal on him.
He writes down. I don't need to use the abacus, Father. I can see the numbers in my head, is what he writes down.
So that's when I cast the heal scroll. Use a heal scroll and put that.
Okay. At this point, Phineas's fingers, like the pen tumbles out of his hand, and it's just sort of inking along the blank spot on the table. There are tears now streaming down Phineas's face.
What is it, Phineas?
It can't be right.
How much time is there?
It can't be right. And Phineas actually, like, hugs Arlen and is just sobbing into your shoulder. I don't want to know this.
What do you know?
What?
What?
No, this.
It's all right. It's all right. What do you know?
I don't want to know.
It's okay. We will figure this out.
Those numbers can't be right.
What do the numbers say?
It will happen in our lifetime.
He's like pointing to Radimer, like, write this shit down.
I will remember what he says.
When? This is important, Phineas. In order for us to avoid this, we need to know when.
It's not only the prime, it is also speaking of the cradle of souls.
Cradle of souls. Will end within our lifetime.
I think that is the place where souls come from.
What about where souls go?
It also means the death of the prime. When I glanced at it, when I saw the numbers in my head, it's counting down in my head. I need to keep track.
Who was the last to study this?
I don't know. Do not make me think of it, but it is whatever is looking through that window knows. It knows. And it's been trying to make it speed up.
Do you know what this means?
It's been working hard to speed it up.
Do you know what it means, then?
We have less than 40 years.
We can stop it. Do you know why?
Does it say?
I can explain to you. If by the actions of a creature like this, the clock can be changed, then by actions of another creature can be brought back and extended. We will prevail.
Say. Why did you make me do this, Arlen? Now I have to keep track of it.
Use a spell to make yourself forget.
We
I will
can't.
keep track of
We
this.
can't move it from here, or it will reset. It'll
It
tell
will
us
not reset.
when the table it is on will be destroyed. But wait, if it's destroyed, then it will also be less than 40 years.
Exactly. It's not going to matter. I have an idea. And listen to me.
He's like wiping tears away.
This clock is now useless in the hands of mortals.
No, it is a vehicle of prophecy. If you hold that in your hand and cast a divination spell, you will be like an arch diviner.
I don't know what that means.
You'll be really good at it.
While holding the countdown clock in your hand, it has magical properties. It is a +4 caster level on divination spells.
This clock is useless in the hands of mortals. Because we will not know what or how to change the events in order to extend it. I think I know what is behind that veil, what is behind the carpet. I think I know what is in the shadows. The only way to fight it is to give the clock to something of light. It will know how to prevent the shadows. It will know how to counteract it.
There is great danger in the knowledge the four of us possess.
As he glances over his shoulder and sees the radiant skull just sort of uncaringly staring on.
Radimer, do you agree with my
Whether
thinking?
or not it can be affected shall be determined.
Has the creature been able... Do you know if the clock has sped up because of the actions of the creature?
Phineas is nodding.
Then, by logic, it means it can be reversed.
You have a strange
Actions...
way of finding hope in hopelessness.
We will always prevail. We have to.
This information cannot leave this room.
Agreed.
It would
Do you understand that, Redeemed One?
It would be chaos. Within 2 generations, no hope.
Do you understand that, Redeemed One? You are not to speak of this at all.
I follow your command, Arlen.
Excellent. Radimer, what say you we do with this clock?
If the Prime is to be destroyed in 40 years,
Phineas says, less than 40 years.
then it should be safe to move. We have our time.
Where should we move it to?
Somewhere safe. Your precious Terraslene, perhaps. Isn't there an old gnome woman that knows about this stuff and the stuff of that?
Points at
the Kafranian scroll came from her collection. I am eager to speak to her.
Can I suggest something else? As wise as the gnome may seem, I don't think she'd be able to help. All she would learn is this horrible secret, and I don't think she'd be able to provide any insight on how to prevent or slow it down. The thing that has been causing the clock to speed up is anathema to what I follow. It is what I believe would be able to bring the clock back, stop the clock.
We could also leave it here.
No, Mr. Cotter would find it. He was able to send his minions here.
And a bard of that power likely has legend lore. We would be stealing this information by moving this item now.
I don't think this information should be shared by anyone. Mortals are not going to be able to do anything against this clock, or know what actions to take, or where, how, or with what creatures. We need more information, and we do not possess the knowledge or the power to do anything about it.
Ouijas, how could it come to this? Are you not gods? Says Radimer.
We know the gods are leaving. We know they're leaving.
Counting how many words Ouijas actually heard.
Radimer, what say you?
Adam doesn't know why anyone would think a mythic lake dragon would have anything to stop this.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's one of those things where, like, the mythic lake dragon is like a half a step up from like Lemmy.
So this dragon has been fighting against the other dragon,
Right.
right? And this dragon knows what to do to speed up the clock. So hopefully this other
I
fucking
don't.
dragon.
First off, you're making an assumption that the other dragon is the thing in the mirror, because there's a huge leap there. There's a huge leap there.
Right. Radimer, sorry, Phineas, can you tell me what is the thing inside the mirror?
Radimer's taking off his holy symbol.
Phineas, can you tell me what is behind the mirror?
He's putting it down on the ground.
Well then.
Radimer,
He is now taking out a weapon.
He's gonna kill himself.
Sam? Ugg?
We can't hear you.
Yes, you can. Oh, fuck!
He takes out
Radimer?
he's taking out his war scythe. He takes it off his back.
You know what?
Radimer?
You cast the whole person. Do something.
Radimer? Okay, give me a second here.
He's
Hey,
now
hold on.
now aiming
I'm-
his scythe at his holy symbol. The holy symbol of Ouijas.
Well,
He's raising it above his head.
you know you're a shitty wizard. You're a shit wizard, sir. You're a pretty good oracle, an okay cleric, but you're a shit wizard. This is really what you want to do.
Ouijas, you are not a deity if you were to let this happen. There is no death without life. There is no cycle without the prime. I denounce you.
Does it break the holy symbol?
Yep.
Well then, that's pretty definitive.
All right.
He spits on the ground.
Have you heard about the source behind the light? Here's a pamphlet and a token. Hey. No.
Take this rose.
I must go to see my grandfather and my grandmother.
Will you follow us back to Vataport?
I will make my way there, should fate deem it so.
Radimer, we need you.
I know. We don't have much time, do we?
No.
If he comes back as a goddamn 8th level wizard and nothing else, or even not even that, because he's a mystic fucking third, if he comes back as a 3rd level wizard with just some extra hit dice, you best stay the fuck home. Because all he has of like non-divine classes is 3rd level wizard.
We're done with Phineas.
Once he sleeps, he might
Okay,
not
so-
see 5th circle of wizard spells for a while.
We're done with this clock. So we're gonna take it off its little pedestal.
Okay, so are you reaching and taking it off?
Phineas, is it safe for me to grab?
Maybe.